Hi, kid, and welcome to KidTime StoryTime.
Wait, how the gods created the finger people? Wait, what's a finger people person?
Well, it's actually...
Oh, wait a minute. I know. Octavius!
Yes, Green Bear?
Octavius the Octopus, are you a finger person?
No. I am merely a finger-sized octopus. But thank you for asking. Well, if you let me finish, it's actually a Mayan fable that was told to this lady right here.
Luz-Maria?
Yes, that's her, the illustrator. Oh, nice job rolling your R.
I've been practicing.
Well, Luz-Maria's grandmother in the Honduras told her this story of how the gods created the finger people, and it was a fable from the Mayan culture.
So now that she's like a big time drawer of kids' books, she put it in a book form?
Exactly.
Oh, wow. That'd be so cool if I could do that. My grandma would be so proud of me. Oh, I gotta think of something.
All right, but first the book.
Yes, first the book.
How the gods created the finger people. What are the finger people? You're wondering just like Green Bear? We're gonna find out, aren't we? How the gods created the finger people. And we're gonna find out in 2 languages. Cómo los dioses crearon a las personas dedo. Once upon a time, the gods in heaven were very, very sad. Érase una vez, los dioses del cielo estaban muy, pero muy tristes. Sad, tristes, sad. They had created trees filled with green leaves, flowers of all colors, birds to sing songs, and beasts to roam the forest. But the gods were still lonely. Ellos habían creado los árboles llenos de ojos verdes, flores de todos colores, los pájaros cantarinos y los animales del bosque. Pero todavía los dioses se sentían solos. Trees, árboles. Let's see, flowers is flores. That's a nice one. And one of my favorite ones, birds, pájaros. Now the gods, they wanted something to love them. So they decided to create the first human. Excellent idea. Querían algo que los amara. Entonces decidieron crear el primer ser humano. So the gods went to the river, scooped up the nearby earth, and formed a man made of clay. Decidieron ir al río, recogieron la tierra y formaron un hombre de barro. Now the god of water said, "We must test him to see if he is sturdy and strong." So he picked up the clay man and he held him underwater. You know this is not going to go well. Well, he melted away and the gods were very disappointed. El dios de agua dijo, "Lo debemos probar y ver si él es robusto y fuerte." Entonces tomó al hombre de barro y lo mantuvo bajo de agua. Bueno, ya tú sabes qué pasó. La figura se deshizo y los dioses se quedaron muy, pero muy decepcionados. Let's go into the forest where there are trees, the gods said. Ah, yes, the trees. In the forest, they cut down a tree and carved another man from the wood. And the gods put him in the water and he floated. Ah, they were happy. Vamos a ir al bosque, a donde hay árboles, los dioses dijeron uno al otro. Dentro del bosque cortaron un árbol y esculpieron a otro hombre de madera. Los dioses los pusieron en el agua y el hombre flotó. Así los dioses estuvieron contentos. El hombre flota. No se desbarató bajo del agua como el hombre de barro. But, I sense trouble coming. The god of fire, el dios de fuego, said, "He should also be tested in fire." Dijo, también debemos probarlo con fuego. Oh boy, va a haber un problema. Therefore the gods put the wooden man in the fire, and he burned away. All that was left is pile of smoldering ashes. Bueno, los dioses pusieron al hombre de madera en el fuego y ¡fua! Se quemó. Mira lo que quedó. una pila de cenizas. Los dioses frustrados regresaron al cielo. The frustrated gods just turned around and went back to heaven. We're done here. But the god of gold, who owned all the treasures up in heaven, said, "Let us make a man out of gold who won't dissolve in water or burn in fire." Oh, okay. Gold, that's strong stuff. Ahora, el dios de oro, que poseía todos los tesoros en el cielo, tenía otra idea. Hagamos a un hombre de oro que no se disuelve en agua o se queme en el fuego. Interesting idea. I mean, a man of gold was going to withstand water and fire. So, the gods made a statue of pure gold and placed him in a lush garden on earth. Así los dioses hicieron una estatua de oro puro, pure gold, y la pusieron en un jardín frondoso. A beautiful garden. Look at that, surrounded by all this lushness. Beautiful. The animals in the forest tried to feed him, but he wouldn't eat. Even the monkeys held up chocolate, but it did not entice him. That's how he keeps his six-pack. The birds of the air sang, but the gold man did not turn his head to listen. Butterflies fluttered about, but the gold man did not look at them or at the beautiful flowers blooming all around. Los animales del bosque trataron de alimentarlo, pero él no comía. Igualmente, los monos le ofrecieron chocolate, pero no lo trajeron. Las aves cantaban, pero el hombre de oro no las escuchó. Las mariposas revolteaban alrededor, pero el hombre de oro no las miró, ni a las flores bonitas que crecían por todas partes. The gods were very disappointed. Los dioses estaban muy frustrados. All these wonderful gifts, and the man can't see them, can't appreciate them? Well, then the good-hearted God, otro Dios, el Dios de buen corazón, the humblest of all, el más humilde de todos, finalmente habló. He finally spoke. "I think that we need to make the human from some part of us so that he has feelings the way that we do." Yo creo que necesitamos hacer al humano de alguna parte nuestra, de manera que él tenga sentimientos como nosotros. Very wise. So he did what only gods can do. Only gods can do this. He took out his knife and cut off the fingers of his left hand. I know. This is not for kids or bears. This is strictly for the Mayan gods. He cut off the fingers of his left hand, and he knew his fingers, just like the fingers of all the gods, would grow back, just like a lizard's tail. Crazy, but true. The lopped off fingers tumbled all the way to heaven. There they are. They tumbled all the way from heaven to earth, and when the fingers touched the ground, they magically turned into the finger people. Así que hizo el Dios de buen corazones lo que solamente los dioses pueden hacer. Tomó su cuchillo y se cortó los dedos de su mano izquierda. Él sabía que los dedos de los dioses volverían a crecer, como a las colas de lagartijas. Eso no te pasa ni a ti ni a mí, ¿ok? Los dedos cortados cayeron del cielo a la tierra y cuando los dedos tocaron el suelo, se convirtieron mágicamente en personas. The finger people were just like children, giggling and running and jumping all the time. In fact, they ran so fast that the gods couldn't catch them in order to test them in water and fire. The little finger people just multiplied until they were all over the world. Thank goodness about the whole water and fire test not happening because you can't keep us underwater for too long. Las personas dedos eran como niños, riéndose, corriendo y saltando todo el tiempo. Corrían tan rápido que los dioses no podían alcanzarlos y probarlos con el agua y el fuego. Y eso es buenas noticias para nosotros. Las pequeñas personas dedo se multiplicaron hasta cubrir la tierra. Since the gods were tired after all their creation efforts, they took a siesta. Después de todos los esfuerzos de la creación, los dioses estaban cansados y tomaron una siestica. While they were sleeping, mientras que ellos dormían, the finger people, who were very curious, they found the gold man in the garden. ¡Ha! Las personas, estos personas dedos, eran muy curiosos y mientras que estaban los dioses durmiendo, se encontraron al hombre de oro en el jardín. They thought he was beautiful, but when they touched him, he was so cold. They thought he was dead. Ellos pensaron que él era hermoso, pero cuando lo tocaron estaba tan frío que pensaron que estaba muerto. Decidieron calentarlo con mantas, pero él seguía congelado y tieso. They even tried to warm him up with blankets, but he was still frozen stiff. Well, not people to be easily defeated. One of the finger people remarked, "He needs love. We will carry him home and take care of him." Una de las personas dedo dijo, él necesita amor. Lo llevaremos a la casa y lo cuidaremos. Oh, and look at that. The mantle says, mi casa es su casa. There they are. I guess they're just casa. Here's the hearth. I'm gonna bring him home. Gold guy finally gets a home. The finger people treated the gold man very kindly. After a long, long time, the gold man announced, "Thank you," in a thunderous voice. What? He's made of gold. What has happened? Las personas dedo lo trataron muy amablemente. Y después de mucho tiempo, el hombre de oro dijo, "Gracias," con una voz estruendosa. Wow, that's a big word. Estruendosa. Thunderous. At the sound, the gods woke up. ¿Qué pasa? And saw what the finger people had done. Al escuchar el sonido, los dioses se despertaron y vieron lo que había ocurrido. I mean, these finger people, they're not gods, and yet they loved this gold man into life? I need to know more. The god of gold said, "The finger people helped the gold man, so we won't punish them for running away when we wanted to test them in water and fire." Woof. That's a good thing. But from now on, the descendants of the gold man will be rich. Oh, well, that's okay. All right. That's nice. El dios de oro dijo, las personas dedo ayudaron al hombre de oro, así que no vamos a castigarlos por escaparse cuando quisimos probarlas en agua y fuego. Pero desde ahora, los descendientes del hombre de oro serán ricos. Well, that's just what the god of gold would do, right? Make somebody really, really rich. And the descendants of the finger people will be poor and will work for the rich. What? Y los descendientes de las personas dedos serán pobres y van a trabajar para los ricos. I don't know how I feel about that declaration right now. Let's process this together and learn something together. The good-hearted God knew that the finger people, though they were little, had more feelings than the gold man had, and did not think that they should remain poor forever. Okay, I'm with this guy. "I am going to make a new proclamation," he said, as he rested his hands over earth. El Dios de buen corazón sabía que las personas dedo, aunque eran pequeñas, tenían más sentimientos que el hombre de oro y no pensaba que era justo que se quedaran pobres por toda la eternidad. ¿Eternidad of pobreza? Eternidad. An eternity of poverty? Blah. Voy a hacer una proclamación nueva. A new proclamation, dijo mientras se ponía las manos sobre el mundo. The little finger people will work for the gold people, but they must give an honest day's work, and the rich people must pay them a fair wage. Las personas dedo trabajarán para las personas de oro, pero deberán dar un día honesto y las personas ricas deberán pagar un sueldo justo. There we have a big bag of fair wages. Big bag of fair wage gold. And I make this vow. There's a vow. No rich man will enter the kingdom of heaven alone. When the time has come for his worldly journey to end, the gold man will take the hand of one of the finger people, and together they will walk into their eternal home. Y prometo, agregó, ningún hombre rico entrará en las puertas del cielo solo. Cuando haya llegado el momento del fin de su jornada, el hombre de oro tomará a la persona dedo de la mano y juntos caminarán en su casa eternal. And that is the story of the finger people. Oh, see her right here. That's Luz-Maria Lopez. That is our artist and the one whose grandmother in the Honduras told her the story of how the gods created the finger people. So now you know about the finger people.
Yeah, boy, it's a good thing that good God bailed him out from that whole poverty thing. That just was wrong.
Yes, just because you are a small finger-sized person or say, I don't know, an octopus does not mean that you should always toil in poverty. You should be able to aspire to your dreams and work hard and be fairly compensated.
Wow, that's the most I've ever heard Octavius the octopus talk. Well, kid, see you next time. And you know, given the choice, work hard and maybe get rich from it. Yeah, I think that's what I'm taking away from this.
Okay, well, frankly, I'd rather be a gold person, but with all the feelings of the finger people. See you next time, kid, on KidTime StoryTime. Subscribe.